There's actually research suggesting that periods of silence can increase brain cell development in the hippocampus, the part of the brain linked to memory and learning. In other words, silence doesn't just feel good, it literally helps your brain grow. So if you've ever felt guilty for needing quiet time, maybe it's time to reframe that. You're not being unproductive, you're doing deep work internally. Now, of course, loving silence can sometimes come with challenges. People might misunderstand you. They might think you're distant, uninterested, or even arrogant. You might struggle in environments that demand constant interaction, and sometimes you might even question yourself. Should I talk more? Should I be more outgoing? Am I missing out? But here's a perspective shift that might change everything. What if your love for silence isn't something to fix, but something to protect? Because in a world that's constantly shouting, being someone who listens to others, to yourself, to the quiet in between, is actually rare and valuable. Think about the people who make you feel truly understood. They're usually not the loudest in the room. They're the ones who pause, who listen, who choose their words carefully. That's the power of silence. It creates space for meaning. And if you're someone who naturally gravitates toward that space, you probably have a depth that others feel, even if they can't always explain it. There's also a philosophical side to this. Silence forces you to confront yourself. No distractions, no noise to hide behind, just you and your thoughts. And that can be uncomfortable, but also transformative. Because when you sit in silence long enough, you start to notice patterns, the way your mind jumps from one worry to another, the things that keep coming back, the thoughts you've been avoiding. Silence becomes a mirror, and not everyone is willing to look into it. But those who do, they grow. That's why many thinkers, writers, and even leaders throughout history valued silence so deeply. It wasn't about isolation, it was about clarity. Because clarity doesn't come from noise, it comes from stillness. Now let me ask you something. When was the last time you sat in complete silence? No phone, no music, no distractions? And just listened to your own thoughts? If that idea feels peaceful, you probably already understand what this is about. If it feels uncomfortable, that's interesting too. Because your relationship with silence says a lot about your relationship with yourself. And here's the beautiful part. Loving silence doesn't mean you have to disconnect from the world. It just means you know how to return to yourself. You know when to step back, when to breathe, when to stop absorbing, and start processing. And in today's world, that's not just a preference, it's a superpower. So the next time someone asks why you're so quiet, or why you enjoy being alone, you don't have to explain it perfectly. Just know this. Your silence isn't emptiness, it's depth, it's awareness, it's a mind that doesn't need constant noise to feel alive. And maybe, just maybe, it's something more people should learn to appreciate. If this resonates with you, take a moment and reflect. When do you feel most at peace? In noise or in silence? And if you've ever felt misunderstood because of it, you're definitely not alone. There's a whole world of people out there who feel exactly the same way. They're just not always the loudest voices in the room. And maybe that's the point. Have you ever been in a room where everyone is talking, laughing, music is playing, and yet all you can think about is how nice it would be if everything just stopped? Not because you're angry, not because you're sad, but because there's this quiet craving inside you, like your brain is whispering, can we just have a moment of silence? And maybe you've wondered, why am I like this? Because the world doesn't exactly celebrate silence. It rewards noise, fast replies, loud opinions, constant activity. If you're quiet, people assume something's wrong. They ask, are you okay? As if silence is a symptom instead of a preference. But here's the truth. Most people don't realize people who love silence aren't empty. They're full. In fact, their minds are often louder, deeper, and more active than anyone around them. Let me show you what's really going on inside your brain. Imagine your mind like a room. For some people, that room is almost empty, so they fill it with external noise, music, conversations, scrolling, constant stimulation. It keeps them comfortable. But for people who love silence, that room, it's already full. Thoughts, ideas, memories, reflections, sometimes entire conversations happening internally. Silence doesn't feel empty to them. It feels like space. Space to finally hear what's already there. Psychologists often link this to something called internal stimulation preference. Basically, some brains are wired to get enough stimulation from within, while others rely more on the outside world. If you're someone who enjoys silence, your brain is probably very good at generating its own activity. That's why silence feels peaceful to you, but uncomfortable to someone else. Think about it. Have you ever sat quietly with someone who couldn't handle it? They reach for their phone, they start talking about random things, they turn on the TV just for background noise. It's not that they don't like silence, it's that silence forces them to face their thoughts, and not everyone is ready for that. But you don't just tolerate it. You seek it. There's also something deeper happening neurologically. Studies on introversion show that people who prefer quieter environments often have more sensitive dopamine systems. That means loud, chaotic, highly stimulating environments can actually overwhelm them faster. So when you step away from noise, you're not being antisocial. You're regulating your nervous system. You're protecting your mental energy. And honestly, that's something most people never learn how to do. Now here's where it gets interesting. Loving silence doesn't mean you hate people. That's a huge misconception. You can enjoy deep conversations, meaningful relationships, even laughter, but still crave silence afterward. It's like socializing is a beautiful song, but silence is the moment when the music fades and you actually feel it. People who love silence often process things more deeply. They don't just experience moments, they reflect on them, replay them, analyze them, find meaning in them. That's why silence becomes essential. Without it, their thoughts pile up. It's like opening 20 tabs in your brain and never closing them. Silence is how they close tabs. It's how they make sense of the world. And let's be honest for a second, the world is loud in more ways than just sound. Social media, opinions, expectations, comparisons, it's constant input, constant pressure. So when someone chooses silence, they're not escaping reality. They're filtering it. They're deciding, not everything deserves my attention. That's a powerful psychological skill. But there's also an emotional layer to this. People who love silence often feel things more intensely, not always visibly, but internally. They notice subtle changes in tone, energy shifts in a room, the meaning behind words that others might ignore. And when you feel that much, silence becomes a safe place. A place where you don't have to perform, don't have to respond instantly, don't have to translate your thoughts into words before you're ready. You just exist, and that's rare.